come and catch the vibe. Welcome to Easy Weekend.
It's Easy Weekends.
Cats can't see me.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. To sit down, it's your guy, I'm Easy. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff that podcasters and YouTubers say. Anyways, today we got Yady in the building, podcaster. She's the host of My Trend of Thought.
My Train of Thoughts.
My Train of Thought.
Yeah. My Train of Thoughts
can't spell, apparently.
It's the first podcast. It's the first podcast ever on wheels. We doing it in a Sprinter, like a real luxurious Sprinter. Feel me? So.
How'd you get that idea?
It was just so the whole Sprinter thing. I used to just run around in Sprinters. I used to go to clubs, parties, and all that shit in Sprinters. So I could curse. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I used to go to. So I'm like that's how I fit. That's how it came. I'm like I want to do a podcast. I want to think outside the box. So I'm like, yo, let's just do it in a Sprinter. Like the idea had been going for like 4 years now. I just actually brought it into existence, though. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But I had it on paper for like 4 years. But you know, life happens. You know.
Yeah. With it being on wheels and mobile, what are some of the issues you could have? Because unbeknownst to anybody in the room, me and Dory, shout out to my girl Dory, we wanted to do a car cast podcast where we would just be in the car driving and shit. So what are some of the issues you have while you're doing a podcast driving like that?
It's not no real issues. Like, so we try to pick locations where it's not too much noise, because obviously we got, you know, it's not like soundproof. The Sprint is not soundproof. Yeah. So you might hear the train passing, or you might hear somebody honking their horn, but that's just like minute. As far as like anything else, it's just, you know, getting your own Sprint at the end of the day, you feel me? The driver, he got other things going on. He might have another gig. Yeah. And I might have an artist this day, and I hit the group chat, yo, y'all available? He might not be available. So that's probably like one of the biggest, and that's not even that major, you feel what I'm saying?
Got you.
Other than that, it's sturdy though, for real.
So now, as I'm reading some of this, you got some heavy hitters that came to the Sprinter. You want to talk about that? How you made that happen?
Yeah, that's a fact. We had Fat Joe for the first episode. Shout out to Joe.
That's wild.
Yeah, we had Fat Joe. Shout out to Joe, man. That's a great guy. So
talk to me about how you made that happen.
Fat Joe from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx. Like I'm pretty well known in the Bronx. So before Fat Joe had his store in Harlem and all that shit.
His sneaker spot.
He had one of his closest friends had a spot on Fordham. I'm from Webster Avenue, so this is probably like 2013. I'm running around. I'm in the streets. So I used to always come in there, cop out, and he used to be in there. It just started like, yo, one day I sent him like, yo, Joe, what's up? Let's take a flick. We started a conversation and just went from there. He took a liking to me. So as I'm getting ready to do the podcast, me and my little brother, Flynn Bling, like, yo, who we gonna have for the first guest? Who else could kick in the door? Like, I'm like, I hit Fat Joe. What's up? I need you. Let's do it. Just like that. Like, so shout out to Joe, man.
Fly,
like,
yo.
Whoa, shout out to Joe. Like, he definitely helped me kick down the door.
So you had some other heavy hitters. Keep going. Go ahead, Joe.
So we had A Boogie for the second episode. Shout out to High Bridge. That was just a text too. I hit QP. Yo, QP was
Bronx. Y'all Bronx niggas stay closely knit.
I mean, you got to keep your face clean and you got to keep your name clean. So that's the main thing. Like, so
say that one more time.
You got to keep your face clean and your name clean. Like, I've been outside for a long time. Like, so, for what I'm saying, you never know when you might need your reputation. Your shit can either stagnate you or take you far. That was just like a DM too. Yo, QP, what's up? I know Boogie album coming out. Everything calculated too, y'all. Don't think nothing happened by accident. Like, for me, so I hit QP. QP made it happen. Shout out to QP and Don Q for real. Okay,
so now, there's a lot of podcasts. Joe said it. Joe Budden said it. There's a lot of podcasters that start podcasts, don't get the reaction they wanted, and then they quit. What kept you going?
Ain't no plan B. Plan A gotta work. We come from the slums. Like, I'm not like a rapper or none of that stuff. Like, my little brother rap, but you know, the competition is heavy for like rappers, and even with the whole podcast thing.
Hell, you know how many podcasters out here?
Granted,
everybody.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. But I'm trying. So what I did was let me take matters into my own hand and let me just do something that don't require too many people. Like that. Let me do something that I don't need too many people. So just like plan A gotta work, because I'm trying to kick in the door for me and my peoples. Like, so it's no what ifs. Like, it's all or nothing for. What's
the next level of this podcasting? So now the podcast takes off. Now what's what's the next hustle? Because you from the Bronx, and come on, what's the next?
So I had a music recording studio we built from the ground up, right? So we got a record label called Blink Blount Entertainment after my brother that passed away. So the next level is really just getting a few artists, getting them on papers, and taking my label to the next level. We gonna start doing these concerts. We gonna start doing these concerts as well. I got the restaurant coming up called Famous Sliders. So, I'm gonna have a fleet of my own sprinters eventually, and that's
how many you got so far?
We working on it right now. Right now I'm just renting a sprinter. So we working on. It's not. So people. So the whole sprinter thing is like, they don't consider it to be. So when you go for a loan for a sprinter, they really don't consider it to be like a necessity or something that's worth of value. So it'd be hard to get the loans for that. You got to show the banks that you had something of that type of value, or them shit go for like 150 to 200, like a good sprinter, like brand new, luxurious. So we working on that right now, man. Shout out to my man Interstate, man. We definitely working on a fleet of sprinters.
What haven't you dropped yet that's tucked in the chamber that you waiting on?
Damn, I can't even disclose that.
Come on, you can give me a little sneak peek, God. Come on, we in the same industry. Come on.
What I could tell y'all is we just dropped we doing a Freestyle Friday segment too. Don Q kicked in the door for that. That went crazy. Murder Mook shit just dropped yesterday too. That's going bananas on the tube, on Instagram, TikTok. We just interviewed Al. It's a lot of good shit. Hey yo, shout out to Uncle Murder too. He did the first ever 22 wrap up live ever on My Train of Thoughts.
Really?
Yeah, he did it live for the first time. Like I'm talking about, it was takes and all that breaks. So we coming, man. Look out for My Train of Thoughts. It's the first podcast ever on wheels. Y'all can catch us on Instagram, my __ Train of Thoughts _ YouTube, My Train of Thoughts, Facebook, My Train of Thoughts, TikTok, My Train of Thoughts, and the #1, man. We had to jumpstart this shit because we had the ability to. So gotta take advantage of that, your resources and stuff, man.
Yady, it was nice talking to you.
Definitely, man. It's a pleasure.
I want to know, because again, I feel like we do the same type of shit.
Yeah.
What's some of the what was the one thing that surprised you when you started? Like, damn, I know it was like that. I didn't know these niggas was like this. Because I could give you a list of shit that once I started like, damn, these niggas is really like that?
You talking about on and off camera?
Either or.
That relationships is worth more than any dollar.
There you go.
There's a lot of artists that don't move. They don't care how much money you offering them, because everybody don't know who Yady is. I'm fortunate enough to know some heavy people in the Bronx and the tri-state, whatever the case may be. But what I learned was like, yeah, my money don't mean nothing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That shit don't mean nothing. It don't move people. So relationships and your resources is like the most important thing.
Do you have any advice for young podcasters that are struggling, that don't know if they want to keep going?
You just got to keep going, man. It's a monster. Sometimes I be like, I want to, it's, even though it's early, we just started in November, but my advice is just to keep going. I said, if you're passionate about it, don't do it for no money. Have a, you might want to have a bigger, meaning behind whatever it is that you're doing. So that's why I say, like, if it's your passion, if you love what you're doing, then keep going. Don't worry about no money. Don't worry about no sponsors and none of that shit. So that's how we on it right now.
That sponsorship money is necessary though.
I ain't gonna lie. We definitely want the sponsors, but that's not.
It's necessary.
I ain't gonna lie. We want the sponsors. That's my whole thing as well. But when it's getting up and running, you can't worry about that too much.
You can't worry about the views and the clicks yet.
You can't. You just got to do you.
Put out good content.
We want them. Don't keep liking this, commenting and subscribing and all that shit. But I don't like to make that my main focus. Not right now. I had a few conversations with different people that emailed me, and it wasn't. It's not really about the money right now. Longevity, for real.
Facts.
It's about longevity.
So if you could pick a platform to put the podcast on, what would you pick?
Damn.
Come on, man. Come on.
Hove need some podcasts in Rock Nation, man. Tell
Tidal?
Tidal got a podcast?
I'm asking you, because what's Jay-Z going to do with it? He going to put it on Tidal?
I mean, he going to do the same thing Revolt did. Did he come in? He got a lot of them. He always attacked what's going on. So Hove, I'm going to say, Rock Nation, man, or whoever wanna, whoever wanna come, we got the streets right now. My Training Thoughts we the closest thing to the streets right now. We really still in the town. Like this ain't no made up shit. So that's why when these artists come, you gonna hear a lot of. I never told this story before. Or that was a great. You feel what I'm saying? Because we really still outside. So I feel like they could relate to us more. So whoever it's genuine, real pure inside. I don't want to limit myself when I say Rock Nation, but if it makes sense, it just gotta make sense. Like I said, it ain't all about no money, for real.
Dope conversation. I appreciate you swinging by.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
If you ever need anything from my end, let me know. I'll definitely support.
I appreciate that,
Fuck
man.
with the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let them know how to follow you, how to subscribe to the podcast, and all that good stuff.
It's the first podcast ever on Wheels, My Training Thoughts. Y'all can follow us on Instagram at my_training thoughts. We on YouTube at My Training Thoughts. We on TikTok, My Training Thoughts, the #1, Facebook, My Training Thoughts. Make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe. My Instagram is Yady_Winfrey. Yeah, so.
You heard it. Yady Winfrey. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Tell O gotta come holler at me, man. Auntie O gotta come holler at me. Real shit,
Listen,
though.
that's Yady. It's to sit down and we out here.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Come and catch the vibe. Welcome to Easy Weekend.
It's Easy Weekends.
Cats can't see me.